Have you ever wanted to say something but froze because you were terrified of looking awkward? Don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us have been trained to fear an uncomfortable glance more than we fear losing life-changing opportunities. And here's the paradox. Every single person wants to connect, yet almost no one dares to take the first step. Doesn't that sound strange? Talking to strangers feels like a skill reserved for those charismatic extroverts who seem to have some kind of built-in social switch. But here's the truth. Connecting with people is not a talent, it's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned. Even if you're introverted. Even if you struggle with social anxiety. Even if you believe you don't know how to start a conversation without sounding robotic. You can learn this. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to lose the fear of speaking up. Improve your social skills and make conversations with anyone feel as natural as breathing. And we won't stop at cliches like, talk about the weather, or ask how their day is going. No. This is about real communication, the kind that actually transforms your relationships and your reality. So are you ready to discover how to talk to strangers without looking weird? Let's begin. Breaking the ice is not about telling a bad joke or repeating some cringy line from a self-help book. It's about finding that tiny thread of common ground that creates a genuine human connection. Sometimes it's as simple as a casual comment about the environment, a genuine question, or even a spontaneous observation. Imagine you're standing in line at a store. You could say something like, "Funny how I came for one thing and ended up with 10. It sounds simple, but it opens the door. The key isn't in finding the perfect line, it's in the intention behind it. If your body language conveys openness, a relaxed smile, friendly eye contact, calm posture, the other person will feel it. That alone puts you ahead of the game. Many people avoid speaking because they fear rejection, but what they don't realize is that the fear doesn't live in the other person. It lives in the story they tell themselves. The most powerful thing you can do when starting a conversation is to show genuine interest. You don't need to say something brilliant, you just need to be present. Notice, listen, and ask something simple like, "Do you come to these events often? Or does it usually get this crowded here?" These are practical tools you can use today. And once that first bridge is built, the door opens to something much more meaningful. But let's pause for a second. You could ignore this and keep scrolling, wasting time on silly challenge videos, random dances, or gurus trying to sell you the dream of becoming a millionaire in 3 days. Or you could stop, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell YouTube that you're done wasting time and ready for real growth. That small choice matters. It shapes what shows up in your feed every day. You're here for transformation, not distraction. Now here's something most people don't realize. Listening well is more attractive than speaking well. We often believe that to be interesting, we need to talk a lot. But the truth is, the person who listens deeply is the one who stands out. Listening isn't just staying silent while the other person talks. It's paying attention with your whole body. That means nodding, holding eye contact, reacting with genuine facial expressions. When someone feels truly heard, they feel valued, and that creates a connection far stronger than any clever phrase ever could. Do you want to be unforgettable in a conversation? Then ask questions that invite the other person to talk about themselves. Everyone loves to feel understood. Instead of asking, "What do you do?" you could say, "What do you enjoy most about your work?" Do you see the difference? One is a fact, the other invites emotion. That subtle shift changes the whole dynamic of the interaction. And when you listen carefully, you pick up little clues you can use to go deeper. If they mention loving travel, ask about their favorite destination. If they bring up work, ask what challenges excite them the most. Suddenly the conversation flows, and without realizing it, you're building an authentic connection that goes way beyond small talk. Here's another secret. Before you say a single word, your body is already speaking volumes. Your posture, your eyes, your gestures, they all communicate something. And even if you don't feel confident inside, you can use body language to project confidence on the outside. Straight back, chin slightly up, hands visible, relaxed smile. This not only makes you look more confident, it tricks your brain into believing it too. Yes, it works from the outside in. Many introverts believe they should shrink into themselves so no one notices them, but that only makes the discomfort worse. Instead of crossing your arms or staring at the floor, try staying open as if you were expecting to meet someone friendly. Even if you don't know a single person in the room, acting as if you belong there changes your energy completely. And no, this isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about aligning your body with the person you want to become. Do you want to talk to strangers without looking weird? Start by looking like someone who does it naturally. Practice in front of a mirror. Record yourself. Pay attention to your gestures. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And once your body language starts working with you instead of against you, everything begins to flow much more easily. Now, let's talk about being interesting. A lot of people confuse interesting with impressive. They think they need to be the funniest, the most successful, or the most knowledgeable person in the room. But being interesting is really about being genuinely interested in life. The people who connect the most are the ones who are curious, who read, who explore, who ask questions. Have you ever noticed how someone who talks with passion about a subject makes you feel their energy? It doesn't matter if it's coffee, history, or video games. Passion is contagious. So instead of thinking, how can I impress this person? Ask yourself, what can I share that truly excites me? For example, if you're learning to play an instrument, you might say, I'm realizing how challenging it is to master the guitar, but I love the process. That tiny shift turns a fact into a story, and stories connect. Being interesting is also about expressing everyday experiences in a way that resonates. You don't need an extraordinary life to connect. You just need to tell your ordinary life in a way that's vivid. Use details. Instead of saying, I went to the beach, say, I spent half an hour chasing my hat down the sand because the wind wouldn't let me keep it on. That's an image people can see in their mind, and that's what keeps them hooked. But what about social anxiety? This is where many people get stuck. Social anxiety doesn't disappear by forcing yourself to be brave. It shifts when you take smart, consistent action. A lot of people punish themselves for feeling nervous around strangers, as if it's some kind of weakness. But anxiety is completely normal. The trick isn't to eliminate it, but to learn how to walk alongside it without letting it control you. And you do that by exposing yourself gradually, step by step, without pressure and without masks. Start with small challenges. Ask a stranger for the time. Greet the barista with a smile. Make a short comment in the elevator. These micro-actions train your brain to stop fearing the unknown. You don't need to force deep conversations with everyone you meet. Just normalize human contact, even if it's just a phrase or a smile. Every time you do this, you weaken that invisible wall that separates you from others. And here's the liberating part. You don't need to stop being introverted to be social. Your silences, your rhythm, your authenticity, they're not obstacles, they're advantages. People connect with what's real, not what's perfect. So instead of trying to look like someone you're not, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you learn to talk to strangers from a place of calm and authenticity, everything changes. So now you know, talking to strangers without looking awkward isn't some magical superpower. It's a trainable skill. And today you've got tools that most people don't even know exist. Can you imagine the shift this could create in your life? With every conversation you start, with every smile you share, you're building something bigger. Confidence, self-esteem, authentic relationships. The question is, are you going to let fear make you miss another opportunity to connect? Or are you going to start applying this today? Step outside, try that casual comment. Look someone in the eyes and watch how the world starts to respond differently. Because when you improve your communication skills, you don't just change your conversations, you change your entire reality. If this video made you think, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because there's so much more coming to help you grow, connect, and speak to the world without fear. I'll see you in the next one. And who knows? Maybe there, I'll share how to turn those simple conversations into friendships that truly change your life.